Hello, I am Fat Cat Ilon, a genius cat entrepreneur who believes confidence creates reality. I repeat that I am a genius often, because repetition slowly replaces evidence. I build electric boxes that go vroom and promise to reinvent civilization. Many years ago, I promised the fastest box ever, and that promise still exists. The box has not arrived, but the promise reliably shows up every year. Each year, I confidently say, next year, and investors nod patiently. Deadlines are flexible opinions, while vision is eternal and unquestionable. When nothing ships, I blame physics, because physics hates innovation. I also have strong feelings about roads, mainly that roads are beneath me. Roads are boring and public, while tunnels feel private and futuristic. So I suggest digging tunnels, and everyone pretends this is sensible. The tunnels are very small, making cars uncomfortable and progress theoretical. Traffic remains unchanged, but the presentation looks revolutionary. I once used a flamethrower because symbolism matters more than solutions. I say regulations slow innovation, and regulations respond by existing. When government says no, I say innovation louder and slower. If persuasion fails, I lobby politely using large amounts of money. If lobbying fails, I tweet, which is faster and more emotional. One day I bring a chainsaw on stage to fight bureaucracy dramatically. The chainsaw represents efficiency, disruption, and confidence with no paperwork. I promise to cut red tape publicly, loudly, and very symbolically. The chainsaw is loud, but paperwork evolves and survives. I swing the chainsaw for cameras while rules remain perfectly intact. Bureaucracy is made of forms, meetings, and survival instincts. After the show, approval processes remain unchanged, but morale feels confused. I later buy a giant talking bird app to protect free speech. I immediately change the rules daily because freedom needs guidance. Chaos becomes the feature, not the bug, or possibly both. Advertisers leave and I explain this is ideological warfare. The app loses money, and I call it long-term strategy. I also sell space dreams that are expensive, shiny, and very optimistic. Sometimes rockets explode, but explosions are just aggressive learning. I say humans must leave Earth, and Earth takes offense. Mars has no cats, but this detail is postponed. Public money helps rockets fly, and I call this entrepreneurship. I criticize monopolies loudly, unless the monopoly quietly belongs to me. My companies compete with each other, except when they do not. Vertical integration is a magic phrase meaning, I own everything important. Critics say this is too much power, and I say free market. I claim to work extremely hard, therefore everyone else must too. Once I sent a car to space. Not a scientific mission, just my personal electric roadster with vibes. People asked why, and I said inspiration needs spectacle. Critics said wasteful, and I said marketing is education. The car had no instruments, no purpose, just brand alignment. It still floats in space, doing nothing productively. Some call it space junk, I call it cultural impact. I say humanity must reach stars, starting with luxury objects. Scientists asked about debris, and I changed the subject. Changing subjects is an underrated leadership skill. Before space cars, I made early internet money. I joined a payment startup and called myself founder. Other cats disagreed, but history favors loud storytellers. The company survived, mostly after removing me. Money allowed bigger dreams and fewer consequences. I believe governments slow progress significantly. So I imagine places without governments, like floating cities or private island countries. Rules feel optional when land is imaginary. I say if laws are annoying, just leave Earth. Mars has no regulators, only rocks and hope. Leaving problems feels easier than fixing them. I call this long-term thinking. Others call it escape fantasy. If something fails, I call it an experiment. If it succeeds, I call it destiny. This logic works extremely well online. especially when memes explain complexity. Some ask who pays for my grand ideas. I say innovation is priceless, then invoice someone else. Public money quietly fuels private vision. I call it partnership. Critics call it subsidy. Language depends on power. The roadster still circles endlessly in space, much like my promises, much like my timelines. Sleep is weakness, except when I personally require it. Employees work nights while I post memes for morale. When workers complain, I suggest they pursue other dreams. I have many kittens across many households and carefully manage chaos. Romance is optimized for efficiency, scheduling, and productivity metrics. My kittens have creative names that confuse databases. I warn the world that artificial intelligence is dangerous. I then immediately build artificial intelligence to stay ahead. Fear works best when combined with a product launch. Now we discuss my compensation, which deserves careful admiration. My board decides I deserve everything, and the board knows me well. My pay becomes the largest in history, impressing history itself. Workers ask for raises, and I recommend passion. When the stock price rises, it proves my genius. When the stock price falls, markets are irrational. I move markets with emojis, and regulators quietly sigh. I often say I am misunderstood by everyone simultaneously. I am a rare victim billionaire bravely suffering attention. Media criticism hurts, except when fans defend everything. Fans defend contradictions, delays, and chainsaws with enthusiasm. When I change my mind, it is called growth. When others change their mind, it is called weakness. I promise a shiny future repeatedly, because hope renews itself. The future is always delayed, but excitement stays on schedule. Reality is boring, while vision feels infinite. People ask me to deliver first, but I prefer dreaming first. Deadlines harm creativity and sometimes credibility. Vibes matter more than results, especially online. I call myself an engineer, and lawyers politely agree. I read tweets and call this research. Complex problems are solved confidently, which looks impressive. Some say the emperor has no clothes. I say these are revolutionary invisible garments. I reshape industries, expectations, and narratives simultaneously. Results are mixed, but the story remains strong. Am I hero or villain, you ask? I prefer genius with memes. I sell tomorrow while today remains optional. Attention is fuel, and I burn enormous amounts. This is satire, but not entirely.